Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Talk about a woke backfire. And this might be one of the most hilarious woke backfires I've seen in a long time. As Naomi Osaka, basically the tennis star who basically has quit, okay, for whatever reason. I really don't know why. Maybe she just realizes that she's not that good anymore. Who knows? She got some mental problems going on. I don't know what it is. And LeBron James, who is basically borderline about to be washed up, right? Again, some people may disagree with that, but in comparison to how good he used to be and his ability to lead an NBA team to a championship, he's essentially washed up. But they've come together to start a movie production company, right? To tell diverse stories, aka a woke movie production company. And they're getting mocked because in their attempt to be woke, they actually offended some people, right? People that the woke revolutionaries don't really want to offend. And this is absolutely hilarious. Okay, and I want to talk about this because I just find it to be, again, just a hilarious story. So with that being said, let's get into it. As Naomi Osaka's new project with LeBron James is mocked over a vulgar name. Again, this is hilarious, guys. You're gonna love this. She didn't ace this one. Four-time Grand Slam tennis champ Naomi Osaka is being hit with backlash over the unintentionally or cluelessly, depending on whom you ask, offensive name of her new media company, Hana Kuma. The sporting superstar, who was born in Japan, told the New York Times Tuesday that Hana Kuma means flower bear in Japanese, but Twitter users quickly noted it has a far more explicit meaning in Swahili, which translate to, quote, woman without a vagina. Bruh, imagine naming a company, right, after a Japanese name, okay, and it means flower bear. But then you find out that this name that you named your company actually means woman without a vagina to Africans. Africans, okay? I'm telling you, the last group of people that these people want to offend, right? They don't want to offend black folks, right? They don't want to offend black people or so-called people of color, right? That's probably a more accurate description because a lot of Africans don't even consider themselves to be American black, right? They don't like being called black because they don't want to be associated with black people in America. I'm just being real. So I'm just saying, maybe the last group of people that they want to offend was so-called people of color, okay? Let's put it that way. But in their attempt to be woke and probably to tell the diverse stories, it could be involving, you know, black people, Africans, or whatever, they end up offending these people, okay? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Africa that aren't going to be going along with this, right? They're not going to be watching any of these movies considering how the name of the production company, the media company, is something that they probably aren't too fond of, right? They're probably not on board with women without vaginas, okay? They're definitely not as progressive as the United States. They're not as accepting of that stuff, right? Again, I just find this to be absolutely hilarious. The lost in translation controversy began trending on Twitter in multiple African countries with dozens of users urging Osaka 24 to change the name of the company, which she founded in partnership with NBA legend LeBron James, 37. Naomi Osaka has partnered with LeBron James to start a media company called Hana Kuma. Well, this Hana Kuma name means something different in Swahili. I won't say it. Ugandan journalist Daniel Kebet tweeted. Quote, did they do a global search of what the name means? Another asked. She should have been well advised that it has a very vulgar meaning in Swahili, which is spoken by many people. Well, obviously they weren't thinking about the feelings of African folks, right? When they were trying to name this company. Again, I just find it hilarious. I mean, this probably was just an innocent mistake. Obviously they had no clue, right? But again, I just find it funny because this is their attempt at being woke, and it backfires in their face, right? They ended up offending people whom, again, they probably don't want to offend. These are the last group of people they probably want to offend. A third blasted, quote, amazing the lack of research, lots of money, but that brand won't fly in Africa. Let it stay in America and Japan. It's offensive. Do you even have a clue what it means? Get rid of your ego and change the name. God forgive your ignorance. Yeah, I agree with this. I 100% agree with it. And if you disagree with it, you're racist. You are racist if you disagree with this. You are culturally insensitive if you disagree with these people being offended over this, right? In fact, they owe these people an apology. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Another also urged Osaka to consider a name change, stating, quote, if you keep the name Hana Kuma, the name will override the news and stories you wish to share. The name of the brand is already news. I suggest a change, and also just being a bit respectful to global culture. It's not overthinking here. It's protecting a brand. Again, this is the hilarious part, because these people are the same people that talks about being inclusive, being sensitive to all people, right? And now African people complaining, saying you're not being sensitive towards us. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to change the name? I think you should change the name. Others invariably describe the name as, quote, unethical and explicit. Swahili is estimated to be spoken by approximately 200 million around the world, with a majority of speakers concentrated in East Africa. Osaka hasn't yet responded to the controversy, but she shared a cryptic tweet Wednesday night writing, quote, prayers for all my overthinkers. We be going through it. Yeah, I think this is racist, right? At the very least, it's not inclusive, right? For Naomi Osaka to say that they're overthinking this. Why aren't you considering these people's feelings? Do their feelings not matter because they're black? Right? Ain't this how this works? Isn't this how this works? Osaka told the Times that she hopes Hana Kuma will become a top Hollywood media company that produces TV shows, documentaries, and branded content. The company has been founded in partnership with Spring Hill, a marketing firm co-founded by James. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen, right? If you see what's happening to Disney, you see what's happening to Netflix, you see what's happening to all these woke companies, these woke shows, they're tanking, right? They're getting no traction whatsoever. So I don't think that this is a good business idea. And it's really not a good business idea to have a name like this that is offensive to African people, right? Over 200 million people on the planet, okay? Because again, you're offending so-called people of color, right? And when you offend one person of color, you offend all persons of color, right? Because remember, all persons of colors plus the LGBTQ community are the same, right? They're all the same because they're all in this quest to take down the white man, right? They're in a quest, a fight to take down the white man. So again, when you offend one person of color, you've offended all of them, okay? So I'm pretty sure the number of people that are offended should be well beyond just 200 million people, right? That just speak Swahili. All people of color should be offended by this. Osaka, who was born to a Japanese mother and a Haitian father, said the company will place an emphasis on diverse storytelling. Quote, what excites me is being able to inspire people and tell new stories, particularly ones that I would have wanted to see when I was a kid. She stated, I always wanted to kind of see someone like me. The tennis ace is currently the world's highest paid female athlete, ranking in a whopping $57 million last year. Much of Osaka's earnings come from endorsement deals, with the savvy star inking lucrative partnerships with brands including Nike and Louis Vuitton. Wow, isn't it amazing how you don't even have to win, right? You don't even have to win anymore in order to get sponsorships. All you have to do is be woke and a so-called woman of color. Wow, talk about privilege. Earlier this week, the former world number one announced she was withdrawing from the upcoming Wimbledon tournament due to an Achilles injury. Yeah, so again, I find that to be a hilarious backfire on people who I would argue deserve this kind of woke backlash, right? Couldn't have happened to better people here, in my opinion. Especially, again, considering how this company obviously is going to be woke, which means they're probably not going to get a lot of viewers. People aren't going to be interested in watching this stuff. And the people that are going to be interested are going to be so-called people of color, right? And so-called people of color. And you out here offending so-called people of color, right? I don't think this is a good start, man. I don't think that this is a situation where all publicity is good publicity, right? Including bad publicity. I don't think that this is good. I don't think this is good. I think this is something where when you're woke like this, your whole thing is that we're woke, but you weren't woke enough to do a global name search to see the meaning of this name, to make sure you're not offending anybody. And then you turn around and you offend people that you want to watch your content, so-called people of color, because again, you blend all those people into one category, right? That's what they do. They blend all these people into one category as if they're the same. Yeah, once you offend one group of people of color, you offended all of them, right? Again, doesn't sound like a great marketing strategy to me. Doesn't sound like a great start to me. But hey, like I said, couldn't have happened to better people. We will see how this works. I'm pretty sure this company will probably go bankrupt. I would not invest my money into this project. I would not. But hey, let me know what you guys say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.